Hello, everybody. I'm here with a friend of mine. I like the name of his channel. It's Smooth English. He's Mr. Matthew. How are you today?
Very well, thank you very much. Yes, enjoying the Spanish heat. Being from Scotland, it's normally very cold, so we're enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, thank you for being here today. And I would like to start by asking you, why teaching English and how?
Very good question, very good question. When I was 18, I wanted to travel. I wanted to go to different places. So I took a TEFL course for the weekend to get
Yes.
some experience. And then I went to Thailand, to Laos, to Vietnam,
Mm-hmm.
Southeast Asia. And while I was there, I began to teach English.
Mm-hmm.
And I experienced the joys of teaching and the trials of teaching. Yeah, one quick anecdote was the first day of teaching after the course. I thought, okay, I learned a lot of theory. I've learned a lot of interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
So I stood in front of the class, and the children, were looking at me, and I was looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, oh, I'm the teacher. I have to do something. So that was my introduction to teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Yeah, I think it became, after a while, a passion of understanding how language works,
Mm-hmm.
particularly how it functions in terms of
Mm-hmm.
systems, because I studied English literature and I studied philosophy at university later,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of ignited my passion for the English language and for being able to use that to travel the world, to meet people, to connect with people. Just thought it was a really cool thing to be able to help other people be able to engage in English.
Mm-hmm. What made you come to social medias? Because your content is flawless, amazing, and you teach with riddles. Could you elaborate about that?
Well, that's a good question. Why I come to social media? Yes, I was teaching and still am teaching. And for me, I was kind of, I love teaching. I love being able to explain something. I
Mm-hmm.
love seeing people progress. I love seeing people understand, the aha
Yes.
moment of click.
Yes.
That's something that I'm really passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
But in the teaching context, and depending on where you are, but in my
Mm-hmm.
experience is that some people are there to learn, some people are there because their parents are there, some people are there for
Mm-hmm.
different reasons. And I was learning about this English coaching, which was more to do with problem solving. People that had genuine problems, whether it
Mm-hmm.
was work related, business related, and they
Mm-hmm.
really needed to be able to do a presentation, to do an interview. They had
Mm-hmm.
certain things that they really needed to fix with their English.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and being someone who loves problem solving, being someone who loves that type of world, I was able to
Mm-hmm.
see how people could actually, who were highly motivated,
Mm-hmm.
and just with some technical changes or some
Mm-hmm.
motivational changes or some intellectual and mindset changes, were able
Mm-hmm.
to overcome certain aspects of the language
Mm-hmm.
learning faster. And that
Mm-hmm.
became addicting to me. And then I thought, okay, that's great. So how do I tell people about this business that I would like to
Mm-hmm.
do? How would I tell them? And
Mm-hmm.
then I stumbled across these things like Instagram, TikTok, and I thought, wow, that's an amazing
Yeah.
opportunity to communicate with the whole world and see who's also interested in that type of thing.
The pandemic has something to do with it?
Yes, I definitely think that the pandemic had a big role to play in the fact that when I was in the pandemic, I couldn't work. So obviously, I was trying to think outside the box. If schools are closed down and I can't go to a school,
Mm.
but I do have a laptop, and I was teaching in China through via laptop. So that was how I
Mm-hmm.
understood the internet and be able to make classes online and be able to make presentations online
Yeah.
and be able to connect with another side of the world. And for me, that
Mm-hmm.
was also really interesting because I like
Yeah.
different cultures, I like different people, being able to
Mm-hmm.
meet people. So that
Yeah.
was a seed, I think, of the connection, was the fact that I
Mm-hmm.
could use this internet platform to meet people from all over the world.
Got you. How did you come up with the name Smooth English?
That's a good question. Also, you got good questions. Try a little bit of trial and error. I think at the beginning I was just thinking, okay, English with something, because that seemed to be the pattern.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I think that was smooth. Kind of came to me as I was talking with my wife. I was talking about
Mm-hmm.
what would represent the way that we wanted, because for me it's about clear,
Mm-hmm.
confident communication.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, smooth. That makes sense. Okay. Let's go with that. A little bit of trial and error, a little bit of luck, and
Nice. Nice. What's a memorable moment as a teacher for you?
that's a great question. Lots of memorable moments. I have really great relationships with lots of
Mm-hmm.
students for years,
Mm-hmm.
but at least one recently that stands out is a girl called Carla who I was working with, and she literally was so anxious and nervous to speak in English in front of the classroom environment.
Mm-hmm.
She would start crying.
Wow.
That's how intense her experience was of nervousness, you know. And for me, that was such an interesting dynamic of, okay, how to help her break
Mm-hmm.
out of that, no? So that was a
Mm-hmm.
really exciting thing for me. And
Yeah.
we managed to in a very short time be able to help her overcome that like fear, because it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that she didn't have the ability; she was able to speak in
Mm-hmm.
English. If she was sitting with me or you in one-to-one situation, no problem, she could
Yeah.
communicate. Okay, it wasn't perfect, but she could
Mm-hmm.
communicate. But in that with that fear of people watching,
Yeah.
she just melted. She melted,
Yes.
and then in a short time of a couple of months, then she was able to talk in front of the class,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff. So that gave me a lot of joy to see her be able to step into that.
Of course. Nobody's perfect. And that's what the students have to have in mind. What is the future of the English language teaching, in your opinion?
Wow, that's a deep philosophical question that I don't think I'm qualified. I think
You are.
I'm
You
beginning
are.
the journey. I'm beginning the
You
journey.
are.
The internet, no, the internet has changed the game.
Yes.
Online has changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, Instagram have changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
Connect
Mm-hmm.
with someone that you personally like you say. No, you don't have to be a native to teach a language.
Yeah.
You've learned a language and you actually
Mm-hmm.
have a different perspective on the language, because a lot of our
Yes.
friends from English speaking countries, they
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to explain to you the grammar and how to construct a sentence.
Yes.
A lot of people here in Spain, when I work with them, they actually have a much better understanding of the grammar
Mm-hmm.
than me before I started teaching, and my
Yeah.
friends would have. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that online is such a way, because now it's
Mm-hmm.
there's options, because in the sense that whatever you feel like you can connect with, no, you're able
Mm-hmm.
to find a teacher that you connect with, that you think is going to give you the results that you're looking for, and
Yes.
also that's an easy way to be inspired, no, because I think language learning is about inspiration, no. If you
Yeah.
have a teacher who's
Mm-hmm.
repeating things boringly, you're going to
Yes.
soon get from the language journey, because it's a long
Mm-hmm.
journey. That's,
Mm-hmm.
I think, one of the big things is you feel connected and you feel inspired, and you keep that motivation
Yeah.
moving forward. No,
One last question before the rapid round game. If you weren't an English teacher, what would you be?
wow, interesting questions. I have to say, thinking outside the box, what would I be? I think when I grew up, I always wanted to be, not in practice, and as in I didn't study hard enough, but as in idea wise, I wanted to be a doctor. And I think just
Mm,
similar connections of problem solving. No,
mm-hmm.
someone comes in, they've got some bleeding,
Yeah.
they need to be solved. Yeah, that was a dream, but I didn't work hard enough to even get close to that dream.
Yes. Awesome. Now we're gonna play the rapid round game, the game that everybody loves.
Perfect.
I will start, and my first question for you is: my family is,
My family is precious.
friends are,
Friends are fundamental.
teaching English is,
Joyful at times.
Spain is,
Too hot.
my wife is.
The best.
Awesome. The most beautiful word in English for me is,
Wow, that's a hard question. But I'm going to say the word scrupulous. That
very
just came
good.
to mind. I don't know why.
And the last one from me: social medias are.
Dangerous but effective.
Now I am on the hot seat and you can ask me your questions.
Perfect. Um, Teaching English is
My life,
um, being a non-native makes me feel
that I have to study and learn more and more each day.
um, being able to connect with thousands of people online makes me feel
Proud and scary.
um, my family is
My foundation.
nice. The most beautiful word in English. I like that one.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Interesting. The
I
most
want to
beautiful
tell
word.
you why.
Okay, please. Yeah.
No matter what you go through in life, whether it's good or bad, a new sun will shine tomorrow.
Very nice. Poetic. Perfect. And last one. My favorite word in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, is
Continue.
okay. What does it mean?
Keep going.
Keep going. Nice. I have a favorite. Estoy satisfeito. Satisfeito. No?
Satisfeito. Yes.
I like
Satisfeito.
this phrase. In English, we don't have this. I'm satisfied.
Yeah. Well, this was my friend Matthew from Smooth English. We had a wonderful interview. I hope you liked it as much as I did. All his social medias will be in the description box down below. Please find the guy because the guy is awesome. Before we go, for every guest, I have a sentence, a quote to take away. And for you is, nobody does anything alone. Also, as poetic as you are as well, never stop being a dream chaser. Because when we stop dreaming, we die. Or we start dying inside. We always have to go a step further. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you very much, Rod. I received those words.
It was a pleasure. See you
And
guys next week. Bye bye. Thank you. See you later.
Hello, it's Rod's friend here, Gino from Real Everyday English. Sorry for interrupting your video. I just want to make a quick recommendation that you subscribe to Rodrigo's channel. He's an amazing guy, he's so humble, he's so dedicated, and he creates absolutely fantastic content. See you people soon. Bye bye. God bless.